Time for bed. We're back, and this time we have two categories because it's slightly smaller pickups. Things that we're slowing down on this first category, VHS, because we're running out of...
VHS?
Yeah. But I was able to pick up a couple episodes of Jim Henson's Dinosaurs. Love that.
It's a great series.
This is one of my favorite 90s TV
Not
series.
the mama, not the mama.
Yeah, it really is one of the best sitcoms from that era. Like,
yeah.
It's fantastic. Even without the amazing uniqueness of it, just in itself, if it was just humans, it would still be pretty decent. But that just elevates it to a whole other level. Fantastic. And we have a video storybook of the Muppet Babies. So Kermit reading some kids' books. And that's just cool. I really love Jim Henson, and a lot of Muppet Babies stuff is just hard to find. Like, the show, I don't think has any official DVD releases. I think it's more just VHS. I know there's one Laserdisc with 4 episodes, but I don't know what happened to Muppet Babies, but anything related to them. This one's kind of an odd one. It's actually a tourist cassette, a tourist VHS tape from Vienna. And there are a bunch of different, it would be available in different languages, and it would mark whether it's the NTSC or PAL version of which language it's in. And it's very interesting. The reason why I picked it up is because I actually recognized some of the places and was there around the time that this was filmed. So it was kind of interesting to find randomly at a Goodwill, and someone was there on vacation a long time ago and grabbed that. Next one is, I see these all the time. I usually don't pick them up because you just don't have room for all, there's too many. But the Star Trek Next Generation, the Collector's Edition, they did in this style. They did the original series, TNG, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager. I don't know if they did all of Voyager. I know they did some of Voyager, but I don't know if they did all of Voyager. But this one was brand new, sealed. So that made me grab it. And they actually had a couple, and I just picked one. I restrained it. I picked one that had better episodes on it. It has Darmok, and it has Ensign Rowe. It's like, okay, I'll grab that. Brand new, sealed. And then the last thing, Amanda's favorite.
I found.
Sarcastically, yeah, you found, because they were all outside of the outer box.
I could have found it and ripped it up and went to
She can't stand it, but I love Fawlty Towers. I'm actually not a massive fan of, neither of us are really, of Monty Python's Flying Circus, like the actual show. We like the movies, but neither of us are big fans of the show. But for me, I really like Fawlty Towers. Fawlty Towers is fantastic, and it's just the perfect length where they didn't drag it out, they didn't run out of ideas. It's just sort of, these are the best ideas we have. That's what the series is limited to. Just these 2 very short seasons that fit on 4 VHS tapes. So the box set has all of them in there. Great show. Love all the different color coding to the sets there. But yes, that is the VHS pickups for this time. That I think is definitely my favorite one of all those that I found. And cassettes, we do pick up books on tape usually for cassettes. Normally not a lot of music, but I will pick up 80s stuff if I see it. So we have Eurythmics, The Sweet Dreams Are Made of This, Men at Work, Toto, Past to Present, 1977 to 1990.
Toto!
And Patti Smith, Never Enough. So anything sort of 80s related up through early 90s, I might grab. These 2 are very, very cool finds. They are definitely something I've always wanted. One of my absolute favorites, Franz Gall, who she was really big in the 60s through the 70s, probably that most, through the 80s too, but not as much as in the heyday, where she is a French singer who was popular in France, but she was also really big in Germany. Weirdly, she was also fairly popular for a short period of time in Japan, but really big in Germany. I've seen plenty of TV clips and things like that from her on German TV with German singing contests and things like that. But this one is really cool. Das Beste in Deutsch, which is a collection of all the best German language songs that she did. Which this I've always wanted to grab because I've heard a lot of her stuff in French is very easy to find. Her stuff in German is not so easy because a lot of it's just records from 30, 40 years plus going on, and there haven't been as many re-releases. But to get a CD of her stuff in German, that was fantastic. And then Pompe de Son, French release, and this is actually a Japanese printing of all of the French songs, so they tend to be higher quality. I've always found that with especially audio CDs, with the DVDs, anything that if it's printed in Japan tends to be higher quality. It just really is. So really, really happy to have both of these. Fantastic. So, as soon as I got this, I was listening to it right away. Hooked it up, and just fantastic to get that.
You hooked it up?
Yeah. I was hooked up with some German Franz Gall. So fantastic. Really, really happy to have both of these.
Me too.